Amigos, bienvenidos al show. El día de hoy me acompaña un invitado muy especial que viene desde el otro lado del mundo, para ser más preciso, desde Israel. Y tenemos el día de hoy aquí a Underbeat. How are you, man?
Hey,
welcome to Mexico.
thank you so much for having me.
Is this your first time here?
I don't want to sound like overrated, but I guess it's like 30 times or something like that.
Really?
I've been here since 2009
Okay.
with Underbeat. It was my first show.
Okay.
2009, yeah. It was like Monterrey, Guadalajara, Chihuahua, Cancun, Mexico City.
Okay, so you travel all around the country from north to the south.
Yeah, okay. Actually, yeah, I've been in all the places in Mexico.
I was listening to, during my research, to some of your old stuff. I mean, not so old, but
Yeah.
now that people think that old stuff is like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You were making like a lot of euphoric and very uplifting tracks and
Thank you.
psychedelic trance as well. What happened in your country that you guys are super good making that type of sound? Because I mean, a lot of the guys that make that type of music like yours, and you included, like, are super good in all the production, like really understand like of all the sounds and how to make it super festival and super uplifting and super ravey, you know?
Yeah, I totally understand the question. Well, I guess all the electronic music back to the 90s came from Israel, such as Infected Mushroom. There was the first band that I listened to the music. I discovered electronic music when I was 15 years old. I was down only the Cubase. I must say that I never learning how to produce music like professionally way. Just came like lateral.
Pretty much everyone,
Yeah.
like us, started like on the fly, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I was playing piano when I started to play piano when I was 16, and then I was kind of combination the electronic music with the classic music. So this is how I create Underbeat.
Why piano when you were 16?
Oh, my parents' house has a piano, and in the middle school, was there a course
Okay.
for the kids
To learn piano,
Yeah, to learn piano. So it was like there everything began.
So when you were 16 and you started to play piano, did your parents motivated like for you to pursue a musical career, or were you like only curious musically?
I must say that I was started from the beginning. Like I just had a studio like with normal speakers, and I was making music all night long. And my mother just told me, "What is that boom boom that you're doing all day? You know, boom boom boom." You know, and I told her, "Mom, just leave me alone. Just let me do music." They haven't accepted that back then, but when I was starting to having a tours and getting like a really good feedback, and so it's like they were just looking at me in another way, like, okay, we have something here, let's support him then, and they were happy that I'm doing what I most love to do.
So when you started to make your first songs and you saw that there really was like a world to really, I mean, to be successful and to start to earn money, etc., and to make a career for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
What was like that point in your, I mean, it was not your childhood, but in your teenage years, like probably you had like a first chance to play in a club or a party, etc.
Yeah, so I was doing birthday parties in Israel with the friends, but my very first show happened in Moscow when I was under 18. It was really funny because I must say that I was under 18, and they were inviting me to play in a big club, and they told me, "Hey, we love your music, but we have a problem. You are under 18. So if you can just sign, if you can just take in your parents to a lawyer just to,
to sign a letter."
Yeah, to have a letter, and we start from there. So this is what I did. It was really
funny. How did these guys from Moscow learn about your music?
You remember MySpace?
Yeah, of course.
MySpace, 2008, 2009. I was super alone, uploading my music. I was really amateur back then, uploading my music. I was waiting for someone just to listen into my music. But as soon when I uploaded music, I got really good feedback, and the comments was mind blowing. I mean, Walk the Story is the first song that I ever released, and it took number one spot in Beatport.
Okay.
So it was like, I was shocked.
Yeah.
There, everything began there.
And did you have like any other friends that were also producing music, or did you went to search for these guys in your country, or it all started for internet and you started like to have internet friends that also produce music?
Well, back then it was super hard to get exposed. Today, you have everything. We have Spotify, to the iTunes, all the music platforms out there. Back then it was like, I don't know, YouTube and what was that?
Yeah, only the MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace. I don't know, just was not too much, but I was looking for people to just listening to my music. But I never gave up. Just I believed in myself.
And who were like your role models when you started to produce music? Because when we all start, we have like a lot of ideas, but from other people, but who were you like pursuing? Like, okay, I'm gonna be famous if I'm like, I don't know, Armin or whoever.
Well, Armin van Buuren is a good example. This guy, everybody, in my age, grew up on Armin. I guess Tiesto, Armin van Buuren was the very first artist that I was listening to. In Israel too, there is a lot of electronic artists that are doing a lot of good music.
And you have like a super healthy trance scene, no, as well? Yeah,
in Israel, everything just kick in there. A lot of parties, people like psytrance music. Israel, it's like, you must visit it one day. You must go. There is a special vibes of electronic music.
And from inside your country, you have like a lot of guys that right now are doing it very well all around the world. But who did you like saw that was like teachers for yourself inside your country that really helped to develop your career inside?
Someone that helped me with my career. Have you heard about Vinny Vici?
Yeah, of course.
Aquatica, Elad Asi, White Noise, really good friends of mine. They were believing me for the first second that I started wrote electronic music. They was actually the first guys that they said, "Wow, this kid can do it." So they were believing me so much.
And how's the scene there? Because I don't know, probably here in Mexico, for example, it's super hard for a young kid like to have their first show, their first record deal, etc. But I'm not really like aware of how's the process inside your country as well. So what can you explain to us? And probably we can learn like a lot of steps from you.
Like
the scene in
Israel. The scene in Israel, look, the electronic music in Israel started as really underground, right? But today, just in the mainstream, they're just like, it's kicking the psytrance scene. What we can learn in about
your, you are successful, right now you're in Mexico, not in
yeah. I just working hard. I used to work alone, like just doing the music, promoting myself, try to get success alone. And the major thing was just keeping doing music, delivering music, always doing music, doesn't matter. So my old style was full on music. It was like melodies. I love to write music of melodies and emotions and recording singers and mixing up with my music. So the old Underbeat style sounds like really punchy, really groovy, really melody, emotion, everything. It works. I would say it carefully, but it works really okay in the dance floors. And
in the festivals.
In the festivals, yeah. I mean, I've got some videos on YouTube from Guadalajara and Monterrey. People just screaming and shouting, just dancing to the beats. So I was, this is working. People really love the music, so I was keeping doing the same style.
And right now that dance music is super big, and I think it's gonna get bigger because a lot of young kids are like right now entering to this world. How do you feel? Because I mean, you've been doing this like for a lot of years now, so also your sound has evolved. It's not like the same sound that you made 10 years ago. Right. So how do you feel in all this change?
Well, you asked two questions. Let me ask about the first question. A lot of kids right now getting exposed to electronic music because it became so popular. Every kid just can grab a computer, just started wrote electronic music. Back then, it was super hard, but today just everything just right there.
Also, like in the phone, no? You can download.
Yeah,
an app and
everything.
Start making music.
Everything's right there, and one of 5 people wanna do producer in music and be a DJ. But as I see it, from my point of view, it's like it's good. It's like competition. You can, it's like people are doing competitions here, and well, I think it's good to the scene. More open doors for people.
Yeah.
Accomplish your dreams that you want. Yeah, definitely.
What was like? I mean, you talked about your first gig in Moscow, like one of your biggest entry points to the global scene.
Right.
And then what was like another show that you had that really marked your career, like you said, okay, now this is getting big for me.
I had one party in Brazil, in Porto Alegre. I was playing for 40,000 people.
Wow.
It was a huge. I was really nervous.
Was like open doors or like in a stadium?
Yeah, it was open. Like festivals. Yeah,
okay.
No, not in the beach, but it was like super huge and it was super crazy. 40,000 people just enjoying to my music. It was like wow. So the video went viral back then. And who is Underbeat? Who is Underbeat? And there was like like a step, like one step behind my music career. And also in Monterrey, I was playing in La Huasteca.
Okay.
7 years. I was like 18 or 19 years old back then. And the videos went viral again, and there everything began.
I mean, that's super important, no? Because I think not everyone has the opportunity to make viral videos with their music. Right. And with them playing.
Yeah.
That's very good for you.
Right. So today, as you said, back to your question. I didn't forget your question.
Yeah.
We changed. I felt like I needed new style, like new challenge. I felt like, I'm keeping doing psytrance music, but I really wanna hit dance music, because my dream since I was a kid is to producing timeless music, and have it on MTV. It was my first. I mean, still now. I mean, as while we are talking right now, I'm thinking I'm still have this dream. So Only You Know is a song that it been like eternity for me to release that song. And just now it's just like the icing on the cake, just to see all the comments and the good comments, I must say. But so Only You Know, it's like combination of electronic music. I'm still staying on electronic music, but just in other kind of genre, dance music.
Yeah. Because I think that's important. I mean, sometimes, what is important right now for a DJ that makes global hits is for them to have music for the club scene or for the underground scene. Well, not techno, but house, but like not the super commercial stuff.
Right.
But I think it's also important to make more awareness in something else, because I mean, right now, I mean, probably a lot of people know more about you because of the psychedelic sounds and uplifting, but this one is very different, but also very good, you know. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, definitely. Right.
So, in this process, how do you stay true, like in your brand, like how people are gonna see, like, oh, so Underbeat is now going to another path.
Well,
he's leaving us.
I'm not going. No, I'm not going to other path. But when I'm playing, so I will do my own version, you know, to the dance floor. So I'm taking only, you know, and doing like a punchy
version of it.
Yeah, version, and just kick in there with something, you know, do something crazy, something outstanding, you know.
Yeah.
But I love dance music, you know. I love electronic music, and I consider myself as a musician before I am a DJ, because I'm creating music here, you know, and I'm enjoying the two worlds, because I'm playing my own music and I'm creating my own music.
Exactly.
So it's like I'm in the both.
Which right now it's super important, no? I think it's super hard to say that you are a DJ right now and not making your music.
Yeah, you know, exactly. There is DJs that they're just DJing. So yeah, I'm both, and I'm super. Yeah, I consider myself really lucky. To have myself really, I consider myself so super lucky and privileged to have myself in Mexico and Japan and Brazil, in all Europe, producing my music. I mean, it's just crazy. I never thought about it, you know. And dreams come true.
You were talking about making music and being first a musician. So how does the creative process of one of your songs looks like? I mean, not like technical stuff, but how do you get inspired on how to make new music, or to not get contaminated with all the other stuff that's sounding that we're listening to at the radio, etc.?
Well, I would say that I'm really open-minded. I love everything that sounds good. I like. Doesn't matter if it's rock music, classic music, electronic. Every band that, I don't know, country music, doesn't matter if I like it. I just like it because it's good. But it's to be like super, you know, behind it, I just need to pick my head, like, wow, this one is crazy. But I'm influences from Coldplay, Empire of the Sun.
Very good bands.
Yeah, I really loved the music that they created. I think the Chainsmokers are a really good band right now. I mean, they
transform themselves to a band, and they do it very well.
Yeah, they're crazy. I mean, they doing really good job. So I really like the music. So it's kind of, but again, I really like to produce music to singers.
Okay.
You know, I love that combination. How
of the voice and the
you know, that's just to fit the vocal on my production. This is, you know, like sew a suit to a baby, you know. So I really enjoy what I'm doing.
And are you a guy that needs to make first the track and then have the vocal, or can you start like
both way? I would say both way. I could get the vocal and then produce to the vocal, or no, the whole production. But also the opposite way. I can do. I have a song called Memory. I've been switching like 5 singers on that song. Also, an Only You Know song. I was been switching. I was really waiting for the match vocal to say, "Wow, you know what? This is it. This is the great combination." So I like to produce. And you know. So it doesn't matter what way or how. With Only You Know song, I got the production, and then I was waiting. I'm composing too, so I wrote the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was waiting to the right guy just to click and then adjust. To adjust to the song.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard or an easy process sometimes, no?
Yeah, it's independent of the vibe of the song. It could be. I mean, I had tracks that I was finishing that in I don't know, a week, a day, month. It's really independent. But On You Know took eternity for me. Just like couples of demos I had.
Okay.
You know.
And when you finish, for example, one of your songs in your studio, who is like one of the first persons you send this track to have feedback and that you really trust under judgment?
I be honest, my manager. But before I had my manager, I had no one. So basically, it just was me in the studio, listening that over and over again, and having decided, see, you know, if it's okay. I wanted to say sí and no, sí or no. You know, sí or no. Sometimes it's difficult, you know, because you're alone. But now I've got my team, so it's more easier to give them the opportunity to listen in and what you're thinking. You know, because I can't judge my own music because I'm the one behind it. I'm also part of Underbeat. I'm producing music to people. Just I just love to produce music. Doesn't have to do with electronic music. Just to compose music. I've done a soundtrack for one of the movies that coming up right now. To Hollywood. I can't really talk about it because I was signed on copyright. But one of the movies right now, while we are talking, there is it's right there, out there. Yeah. So music, it's like, you know, everybody has a passion, and I found my own passion, and I never give up, you know, till everybody will know me.
I think that's also like super privileged, no? That I mean, not for everyone is super easy to find like what are they good at, you know? I mean, there's a lot of people outside that are working in a lot of things that they don't really like.
Right.
And like for us, like for example, to be here and talking about music, etc., for us, like super privileged, no? But
absolutely.
You were always also talking about your manager, for example. And I think that's also like something we can really get into, because before we started this interview, we were talking about the importance of making media exposure, and to have a team, and
so
to make
important.
a lot of stuff, because like you were saying, like before you were only you inside your studio and making things, but right now I don't think that no one can do anything alone, you know, because we really need like a lot of people to make big projects outside the world.
Right. You're right. You're absolutely right. And I guess I was like 5 years independent artist. Just doing promotion, doing my music, doing my schedule, closing booking, closing flights, closing hotels, I was completely alone, so a lot of energy. But as I said, if you dream it, you can do it, and it will take time. So this is like kind of tip to the youngs, people that listening to the radio right now and listen to this interview. Never give up, you know. Go hard for your dreams, even if it takes time. I was producing music since I was 16, and only when I was 18 I started to play. So it took me 2 years to arrive to our parties. And because of the music, which is really important to and
highlight,
also,
you know.
Right, the music. But it's really important to have a team. Really important to have a team and someone that supports you. And you know, the media today is it's crazy. Everybody can become
changing a lot.
You know, your life could change in a second. You know what I mean? Only one song can making the difference today. And so people believe. Don't forget it. Never.
Work hard.
And work hard, really.
And make a good team.
You know, to wake up in the morning like hungry and doing music. That's what I feel every morning. After 10 years that I'm doing it, I feel every morning I want to do music. There is no day that passing without music, or just messing with music, or listening to music. And you know, my head is just like analyzing how this person did that, and the frequencies and the EQs and the vocals. You know, I really thinking about it.
And because of your background and also your high skills in production.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Do you like also make live sets, or have you ever thought on doing more than DJing?
Like live set on the shows? Yeah, I absolutely doing a live with piano sometimes, or just synthesizer. When the psytrance music, while I'm playing.
Yeah, because that's like super common in that scene, Like for example, Infected Mushroom that bring all the studio to that to the scenario.
All the studio to the to the stage scenario, right? Yeah. So, but today, everything reduced to a computer. I've seen in my life people that bring in, as you said, all the studio to the stage. Today, everything reduced to one computer. But I'm also DJing. I love to DJ my music. Headphones, play, boom. I really like it. So yeah, I'm enjoying it.
And also, for example, the importance of the shows are the visuals as well.
Yeah.
That right now, like everything is so astonishing.
Yeah, astonishing and 3D and everything is really important right now. Everything, just.
And how do you combine that with your music? Because you have like a very wide spectrum of sounds.
Yeah, there is a program. There is a program that you are connecting between your music to the stage.
Okay.
And for example, it's
like Serato video, or
just following your beat.
Okay.
Just following your beat. It also took me time to explore how to do it, because I was alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No one was behind that, so only me. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff, programs that can combine it.
And who did you work with to make your visuals, for example?
Personally, I don't know them. Just a company.
Okay.
A company that did it for us. If you're asking.
But you did have like requests, no? To like you wanted something.
Definitely. I sent some demos that I want exactly that and that point and that minute. So they work on it and do it.
And right now that you're in Mexico, I mean, I know that you are making promotion of your track, but you do know that, I mean, you were talking about all the shows that you made here in Mexico. So you do know that we really have like a super huge love to all the uplifting sounds, etc.
Yeah, Mexico, something special. I don't know why.
What do you think? Not what do you think, like what have you experienced with the Mexican crowd?
The Mexican crowd. Look, I would say, not because I'm in Mexico right now and I'm interview with you.
Yeah.
Always in Mexico, I have a good experience with the parties, with festivals. I don't know. I just love this country, a part of the music. I love the culture. Love the people, really kind of people, they are like wrapping me with all the loves to the music. For Monterrey, Cancun, Chihuahua, really good crowd.
And also, you were telling that you went to Brazil and probably other countries in the south.
Yeah, Australia, Japan, Taiwan. In Europe, I've been almost every place in Europe.
Okay.
Moscow, London, UK. I've been playing in South Africa, in the US. It's like something global, something universal.
To make a closure, I want to end having like some of the most important lessons you have had in your career till now, and that you could share with the audience as well. It can be personal things or work experience, musical tips, etc.
I think I said everything.
No, but probably you have like some
good experience in my life on music. Or
no, like for example, when you wake up, like you were saying, like you're super hungry on making
music.
You must have like some sort of how do you say, like statement inside you, like I need to do this because
a statement, as you said. You said correctly. It's like, because in the end of the day, this is my job. This is my passion, and this is my hobby. Everything together in one package. So I wake up really early in the morning. I'm a man of morning. Wake up early, open my studio.
Which is rare, no, for a DJ.
Yeah. But
I am not a morning person.
there is guys that like to produce at night. I like in the morning. having 1 hour just free, go to the studio, and just concentrated on the music.
Mm-hmm.
No phone, no internet, no media, just me and the computer. It's really important because today, everybody with their own,
we have a lot of distractions.
temptations. It's like temptation. We are really addicted to, to the media. All the day we're just like that. So I just put aside to the phone and I'm just concentrated on music. As I said, it's the major thing is just keeping working hard and be, really determined to accomplish your dream.
Mm-hmm. And what plans you have for your music? I mean, right now you're doing this single, but probably because of your passion inside the studio, you have a lot of stuff.
I'm on fire. I don't know why, but always I feel so,
So what are you planning to release till the end of this year, or I don't know if you like
an album? I guess an album. I have my first album with Underbeat was called Best of Underbeat in 2014. Was my first studio album. The second one is gonna be crazy. I'm hope to release it. It will set to release on the end of 2019.
Okay.
If nothing happened by then. But yeah, so I hope that I will, combine it with all my skills. I will put it in one album so everybody will enjoy it. I'm really open mind, and I hope that 10 tracks that will talk to everybody. Not to do the same styles, different styles that I can. So
the 10 tracks are different.
Yeah, 10 tracks are different. I've got 2 more songs that really similar to Only You Know. But basically, it's electronic music, and who appreciate electronic music.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope he will appreciate the hard work that I'm doing behind the scenes.
Well, sounds super good, and I mean, it's a lot of work, but for you, it's not a lot of work because, like you said, you're like a maniac inside the studio.
Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm just working hard, like super fast. I shouldn't bring my laptop today, but
well,
and just show to the audience how to.
Next time we can have a session here.
Next time, definitely, I promise you live that next time we can do something. Maybe an hour of
that would be super good.
Just we can open
some sort of a masterclass here.
Yeah, something
with Underbeat.
Yeah. So definitely, absolutely.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for coming here, and I mean,
thank you so much for having me.
It's your house.
Thank you so much.
Probably more places that I know here in the country.
Well, Holbox. You heard about Holbox?
It's
like next to Cancun.
Yeah,
guys, this is a crazy place.
Let's go to Holbox to make a party over there.
Yeah.
And the socials for everyone to, where are you more active? Instagram, Twitter, where can people
I guess, I don't know why, but I feel like Instagram really kicking right now more than Facebook.
Yeah.
It's just my feeling, or...
No, it's true.
Yeah? You can feel it too?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically Facebook, Twitter, Instagram too. And the music is available on Spotify, Underbeat.
You only in Spotify, or also like SoundCloud, or? No,
SoundCloud too, but I guess Spotify is something
really... for the common listener, yeah.
Yeah, It's
important.
Yeah, but all the music platforms.
And in all of those as Underbeat.
No? Underbeat, yeah. That's correct.
Cool. Well, thank you very much again.
Thank you, gracias. Mil gracias, México. Mil gracias.
Y pues bueno, aquí estuvo Underbeat con nosotros en el show. Ya saben, sus redes sociales son @Underbeat en todos lados: Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yo soy Trino y los veo muy pronto en otro episodio.
Gracias.